thundered pride, yet still she sees the end and sighs. The earth does quake but never weep, its silence forged in ancient flame. She walks where no soft green survives, a queen with neither fear nor name. Athena rules the breathing soul, where steel-bark forests glow the skies. Her beasts march forth with thundered pride, yet still she sees the end and sighs. Through boundless fields her wheel commands, the buried bones, the deep unrest. She sharpens more than just a blade, she tempers fate within her chest. No chaos dares to stain her path, no mercy clouds her tempered vow. The world may end 1,000 times, she'll greet it with an unbent brow. A tremor speaks beyond her reach, a voice not born of root or flame. Another storm begins to rise, she watches letting silence stay. Athena rules the breathing soul, where rage runs deep and ruin grows. She does not flinch from crumbling worlds, she holds her stance as thunder flows. The throne remains, the stars may fall, and peace lies still in endless sleep. For she alone shall guard the light, the sky meets earth, and time runs deep. And when all man is turned to dust, and Christ of gods are not but air, she'll be the weight that binds the core, a name that's gone will always bear.
A garden veiled in breathless bloom, where blackened petals dare to sigh. A throne untouched by death or dawn, she waits beneath a starless sky. From seas of wonder, night is fun, its sleepless tide she calls her own. No mortal thread, no finite bread, just hunger carved in endless bone. Lilith reigns where silence bleeds with roses dark and fragrant lights. 1,000 lifetimes feed her gaze, still parched beneath unchanging sky. A kingdom stitched from dusk and flame, its crown a heart that never tires. She weaves her soul through scent and thorn, in gardens strung with phantom choirs. She is the queen of yet to Beneath the thrones the ages strain as echoes curl and future sway. The gods have war through silent dust to touch what sleeps too deep to say. She draws her hand through hollow space, and all the dreams begin to slip. No cry, no flame, just falling hues where memory begins to drift. Beneath the thrones the ages strain as echoes curl and future sway. The gods have walked through silent dust to touch what sleeps too deep to say. A whisper ends her endless thought. Desire falls like dusk held fast, but in that hush a pulse erupts. A vow of stone begins to cast, and far beyond her garden's breadth, the howl is born of wounded pride. The ground prepares for marching wrath. The sovereign comes with none to hide. No trumpet sounds, no banners rise, just pressure in the aching air. The shadow stirs before the clash, a pause before the gods lay bare. For silence breaks the world in twain, far more than steel or spoken war. And so begins the final strain, the breath before the lion's roar. In twilight come from memory's bone, they walk toward fire, toward the known. Steel-bound sky, the soil shakes low. Footsteps carve the war paths low. Two names drawn in ancient dust. Fates align in looming dust. She walks with the burden of heaven's weight, her blade a verdict, sovereign fate. Athena treads where empires fall, earth itself heeds her silent call. Stone-born queens in rhythm come collide, not with speech but worlds divide. Each strike a hymn, each flash a creed, and time reshapes with every deed. Gardens veiled in breathless blue,
release from void, unchain the lands they once enjoyed. Skies unravel, breath turns flame, yet neither speaks the other's name. Storm-born queens in rhythm come collide, not with speech but worlds divide. Each strike a hymn, each lash a creed, and time reshapes with every deed. Facts run deep through myth
carved into stone. Too many cries left all alone. Now something deep begins to weep. Not beast nor God, but time grown steep. Balance breaks on hidden thread. Ancient clocks forget what's said. Steel is bolts that dark unveil. For what was bound is now derailed. Athena holds her blade withdrawn. A queen unsure beneath the dawn. Lilith rises, dusk reborn. From caverns where no light was sworn.
They do not sleep, they do not kneel, yet both now know what they must feel. A hum behind the world they knew, the end of truths they once held true. Balance breaks on hidden thread. Ancient clocks forget what's said. Steel is walls and dark unveiled. For what was bound is now derailed. The horn of fire, no curtain fall. The silence bragging through it all. And in that stillness, God's behold, shifting tail begins to fold. Not yet ruin, not yet peace, but echoes of what shall soon cease. From pledge to calm, the world awaits. A dawn unlocked by unseen fates.
In vaults beneath the breath of time, flame asleep begins to climb. Roar by minds the stars disown, a spark to claim the world as broad. Daedalus walks through wires and steam, threading truth from broken dream. Not of blood, nor crown, nor birth, but wisdom cold enough to scorch the earth. The primal part that hero way shall burn what fate could never break. A throne rebuilt with searing cold, the genesis within her. Gods of dusk and steel retreat, their clash eclipsed by rising heat. Even war forgets to roar as something deeper stirs the core. This is no curse, this is no spell, but truth unbound from myth's old shell. Not light nor dark, but mind refined, creation sharpened to unwind. The In the stillness beyond reckoning's reach, two thrones stood carved from time's decay. Not by grace nor by fate, but by thread, the silence frayed. Still of the earth I walked alone, warring the pulse of my granite throne. Yet hear me now, O weaver of breath, another steals while we bleed to death. Beneath the dying star, not of trust but war afar, one name etched upon the blade, Daedalus must be unmade. Night is not blind, it remembers well. I watched you burn and I watched you fail, but let it be said, I chose this not, for none devours like the God of God. Twined were the veils of dark and stone, two wills fused, no more alone. No banners waved, no oaths were sworn, just silence shattered the hunt reborn. A thousand scores in still communion, the bloom and roar in one dominion, not feast, not kin, but something in between. But beneath the dying star, not of trust but war afar, one name etched upon the blade, Daedalus must be unmade. Let fire be still, let ground not quake, till the maker of ruin her reckoning takes. From dusk and dust the strike is brought to become one before the dawn. And the word, the wonder of the world, when night and search there's no pact for mercy, no hope for return. Only God bridges and the unnaked begins. No pact for mercy, no hope for return. Only God bridges and the unnaked begins. I call the bloom of formless night, the feast of void, the breathless right. From roots of sin and velvet decay, the dream devouring winds obey. Spiral deep, oh spiral high, where laws collapse and gods defy. No spell was
black as the bloom, a roar from the deep like a buried tomb. Together they danced, unfurling wide, their aim the maker, the mind, the pride. But heavens do not sleep through strife, they answer wrath with scalding light. Not a gift, not grace, but verdicts played from distant high. No voice was heard, no wings unfurled, yet stars align to whom the world. Our light is shorn of ancient law, that none may pass nor dare withdraw. Free flames collide where fate is sown. They clash not seen but wholly known. Where spells and stars together burn, the wheel of realms spins to turn. Oh, light that judges blind and bare, you scorch the truth from open air. No prophecy, no soul prepared for this, the start of the ended Help to the one with blinding praise, and let those shadow in its place. Open wide with blinding praise, and let those shadow in its place. This is how the power breathes, silent wars in hidden seas, faithless prayers and newborn years, a world that hums with coming years. Lilith carves the midnight gloom, Athena's iron roots consume. Uriel breathes the lawless die, Daedalus dreams that cannot die. Towers burn beneath their bow, engines sing in the storm bow, wings of thunder seal and vow in the hush before the howl. This is how the power breathes, silent wars in hidden seas, faithless prayers and newborn years, a world that hums with coming years. Lilith's hunger is the tides, Athena's wrath in dawn resides. Uriel's gaze the pale decree, Daedalus builds infinity. Iron veins that crack the dawn, storms away perfect has drawn, machines bloom in ash and thorn, a silent oath before the storm. This is how the power breathes, courts of dawn and iron peace, the dawn will break, but not tonight. This is how the power breathes, silent wars in hidden seas, faithless prayers and newborn years, a world that hums with coming near. This is how the power breathes, tides of ash on quiet leaves, lantern hearts in glass bounces, a world reborn in silent days. Lanterns fading, dawns retreat, silent, piercing, quiet beat, a breath of the thread of steel. The power breathes, the world will heal. They gather near her silver spire, they weave their faith in endless lights. Yet Uriel feels no desire beyond the chance her gaze aligns. Uriel, they call in waves. Uriel, they kneel, they fall. She sees the call, the stars engrave, unmoved by prayers. She hears them all. Crowns of frost and lantern light, they raise their hopes to touch the dawn. The Uriel walked in coldest height, the dawn she seeks is far and drawn. Uriel, they call in waves. Uriel, they kneel, they fall. She sees the call, the stars engrave, unmoved by prayers. She hears them all. Above the Christ, she leaves the crown of clouds behind. The old she keeps beyond the skies, to cleanse the path the stars confine. Uriel, they call in waves. Uriel, they kneel, they fall. She sees the call, the stars engrave, unmoved by prayers. She hears them all. Uriel, they call in waves. Uriel, they kneel, they fall. She sees the call, the stars engrave, unmoved by prayers. She hears them all. And as the storm begins to wane in frost-bound air, their voices roar. Their rails for all to sing beyond the breath, beyond them all. She saw the chronicle of breath in halls where none could touch its breast, a flame within
amongst the crowd. Above the clouds she looks down. Call the hidden well, where the quiet records dwell. She will not kneel to prayers or plead, only the order yet to be. Steel tides hum beneath the frost, a realm of ash of knowledge cost. She walks where thunder sees the dawn, her eyes upon the book beyond. Call the frozen sea, where the first law yearns to breathe. She alone would pierce the veil to bind the storm, to guide the gale. This is not a judgment's call, nor wrath that breaks a sacred hall, but sky soft hymn the breath before she walks the air, the hidden door. Call the core, the silent flame, the quiet truth with no true name. Daedalus, seeker and flame, building dreams no blade can claim. A world she holds within her hand, a sovereign mind to see the land. Born where steel fields meet the frost, counting stars she counts the cost. 1,000 hands the hammer strong, she forges dawn, it is to come. Daedalus, seeker in flame, building dreams no blade can claim. A world she holds within her hand, a sovereign mind to see the land. Through the ash, the iron blooms, gilded towers in twilight rooms. She is not conquest nor the spear, she is the breath that fights the fear. Daedalus, speaker of spark, turning gears within the dark. Not for rule nor throne of dust, but dawn that only wisdom trusts. rises from her throne. Silent towers pierce the light. She knows the hum that calls the end. Not judgment now, but sacred right. Three wills align, the sky ignites. The soil roars beneath the flame. The breath of the stars begins to twist. The vessel waits without a name. Behold the ark that breaks the seal. A pulse that Above the frost, one bolt of breath, a hush where thunder curls its tongue. She waits where storms await the dawn, a lure beyond the brass and blue. Knows the hum that splits the veil, a chord that thirsts to crown the void, the dawn machine that dreams of gods, a loom of fire, a hymn of steel. This is not right. This is the cleansing of our unbed within the air, a vow that walks where clouds are burning, the quiet will that breaks despair. That shivers yet moves on. She rises in the hush of cinders, in years that hum before the fall. She sees the pulse of worlds unbinding. She knows the wait before the call. This is not wrath, this is the cleansing of our unbed within the air, a vow that walks where clouds are burning, the quiet will that breaks despair. This is not wrath, revelation spoken. What worlds have heard. Breath of a world in waiting, veins of the earth awaken above. The heavens trembling, a moment unbroken, unspoken. Still rooted oath of Athena stirs, Lilith's unending hunger turns across the quiet frost of dawn. Their path converge upon reborn. When wheels overlap, the sky fractures, threads of forever drawn to flame. In a hush before the thunder, the world prepares to remain. patterns woven with the light. When wheels overlap, the ground rumbles. A pact of storms, unyielding tides. In the hush before the thunder, a single breath, the turning tide. They know without a word to bind, the fire's core must break its chain. The covenant of God they bind in silence, choosing flame for flame. When wheels overlap, the dawn splinters. The world in pale brilliance lies. In the hush before the thunder, they cast their strength across the sky. The winds gather, a brimstone and storm and white. In the hush before the thunder, they choose the fracture of the night. A moment unbroken, unspoken, where every flame turns white. Their rose in collision unbroken before the breath of light. Transcendental crossing worlds line, threads of power intertwine. In an instant all turns pale, history sings the voiceless tale. Above a furless landslide T6 march toward its destinies. A call of flame to woven in the earth and sky, a single day. Threads of power coiled and bright, tension hums in breathless night. Seconds hold the world. So near, waiting on the edge of fear. Transcendental crossing worlds line, threads of power intertwine. In an instant all turns pale, history sings the voiceless tale. Three, four, fours at Pyre's gate, clockwork heart begins to break. Stars unleashing breath held tight, the world prepares to burn the white. Steel and spirit flame and gale, halls of thunder from a trail. All the meaning stars to bend on the edge where powers blend. Transcendental crossing edges blur, a hush before what is and were, and speeding bends as time refrains. The white bars will still remain. A peal of hope forever stands where silent thunder meets the land. Nothing left, no vow to keep, a promise the silence blooms. The light is red, the white recedes. Ashen winds in every tree. At the heart where verdict pleads stands the hush on quiet feet. She's neither flame nor stone, nor the crown nor throne to own. In the quake when powers fell stands the hush, no tale to tell. The Pyre's bone, now cold and small. In the hush that walks the floor, she alone will see it all. She is neither chain nor spark, nor the promise in the dark. In the quake where titles break, she is gone before the wake. A girl who is nobody, wherever they dies. No herald sing beside her, no thunder in the skies. A moment split in silence, where kingdoms come to cease. Amid the breath returning, a hush that carries peace. We're still a stone I've torn away, when night and dawn forget to pray. In the quiet she remains, a hush that none can sway. A girl who is nobody, the world has found its hush. No seal, no brand upon her, no covenant to crush. A breath within the silence, no Lord to hold her down. Amid the dawn returning, she wears no shattered crown. A girl who is nobody, where dawn and dusk collide. No herald speaks around her, no thunder to confide. A breath before the stories, before the names are sown. Amid the light returning, she walks the dawn alone. In the hush that ends the quake, in the breath that knows no throne, where the dawn begins to wake, she stands and stands alone.
Worlds painted white and colored hued, I saw it all unfold. Why do I stand here? What do I seek? The pain of this world whispers to me. The wind cries out, the sky hides away. The earth it grows dark, will to stay. A voiceless mother's call I hear. The world
trust it stands. Why was I born with empty hands to hold this pain, to understand? I breathe deep the very first breath, a newborn wing, a life from death, a silencer to calm the storm, a blade return to sheet reborn. Mother said, bring the world to what it should be. All the lost, let them return, return to stars. Let burn. I was given nothing, only to guide them home again. The world begins to find its hue. Four lights gaze back, they see me too. Record of Genesis coming clear. Mothers will deny this age of fear. Mother said, bring the world to what it should be. Guide the lost to find their way and hold them, 'cause inside your heart I was given nothing, only to guide them home again. I leaded them back to where they belong. Embrace the fading so strong. I'm Orka, and when I hold this world so tight, feel that I can forgive the reason I was born to love. She stands, a girl with empty hands, silent, all begins to fall from the ending. We cannot turn away. In the morning where nothing breathes, she was born from silent seas. No power, no magic, no blessings, no common wisdom. Is this that she denies us all what we were meant to bring? Brings us before. Somewhere along the roads we paved, we find ourselves erased away. Untouched by any hand of might, stained by none, a nameless light. If I would name it, if I dare, existence itself is all that's there. A vessel pulling us inside, because she holds nothing I own. We become a drop within a calm.
Within the place where she resides, she is the world, the endless skies, the wind, the earth, the starlights glow, the twilight's burn. Is this it? We let it go. What we saw now drifts below. As it falls beyond our key, we find ourselves erased away. Within the place where she resides, she is the world, the endless skies, the wind, the earth, the starlights glow, the twilight's burn. Is this it? We let it go. What we saw now drifts below. As it falls beyond our key, we find ourselves erased away. Is this it? She stands apart, and she has an open heart.
Someday I will remember the light that leads where they are apart. The moment I became the world I called. Countless stars upon the land, my sins the power I held yesterday. Now then, I feel the weight of who I am, the weakest one within this land. My powerless needs collapse, I fall, returning to the earth, I lose it all. The peak of all, I'm a rushing flame, the rain of power, all bound to my name. I burn this life to make that wish ignite, flying to the falsehood of that path of light. Someday I will remember the voice of the girl that day, how the mother's world denied my way. The roars have ceased, the silent land, the pride I held has turned to sand. The mother's voice has through my ear, a path to where you must return so clear. I draw my sword beside the throne, accept my final breath. The all of all, it is the infinite. The rest of our world is far lost in the corner west. The darkest nights of flame. As close and close and fixed and bare, with all this world of mother's word, the God becoming seed. I melt within the earth. Someday it will become a father bird within this world. It will remain. This is the shape of me within the rain.
do I need to be desired? In the world I once controlled, I'm swallowed by the darkness. In time, the garden of black roses has died, no magic left to cradle their bloom. The world that once was my home now pulls me into its silent gloom. Oh, world of endless night, why does your darkness pierce with light? All desire, all hunger deep, I wanted to devour it all, to fill my heart in lack and fall. The best thing I saw in this world was a girl, not what I desired. Denied the darkness of my world, in beauty they quietly shine. Oh, world of endless night, why do you walk beside the light? All hunger and the hope reveal, I will become the half-night of the close my eyes and seek the peace it keeps. I am swallowed by a new dark sea. What remains is a gentle sleep, quiet degree. With light, all hope, desires pure and true, I will embrace them all within, to grant this tide where rest anew. Oh, word of endless night, toward a world that walks with light. All hope, desires pure and bright, wrapped in them I long to see the dawn that will embrace me. Look upon me once again. Oh, you, the wingless souls, my name is Uriel, Archangel bright. Wings that sweep the sky that's now losing form, falling down. When I question why I am, I saw all my glory stripped away, my crown, the throne I claimed in heaven's height, a vase where all its flowers died. Vivid shadows something past, petals fell, the bloom has passed.
circles through gold. The faith once stood for thee, lost its meaning, let it go. Hear this voice, the guiding light that led the lambs, look upon me once again. Oh, you, the wingless souls, my name is Uriel, Archangel bright. This stone body will weather away, like winds whence it will decay. No one comes to search or find in this place I live. Hear this voice, the guiding light that led the lambs, look upon me once again. Oh, you, the wingless souls, my name is Uriel, Archangel space, divinely rides the gentle air, mingling with clouds to rain. Some the sun to cast the light, no need for my name in the sky, forever from the sky it leads. But still I saw her standing in that light, could not grasp even that broke the night. All fear is dissolved into the air, wind carried thoughts stripped me bare. On I am, it falls apart, towers of wisdom lose their shape. In the eyes of that girl so pure, I touched the purity, cruel in its grace. I wanted everything for my quest, knowledge, power, even life's breath. This world was just my test, even if ruin was the path to death. Traveling across the endless seas, into the hands of those
sleeping voice, more that calls through time and space. A girl named Orka took the helm, turned the tide, a guiding realm, to a path this world should take, a new dawn for all to await. Rising far and near, somewhere in this world she stands, marking time with quiet hands. A beating calls for all to feel, guiding steps as hearts will heal. Every soul and every mind, walking paths of fate entwined. We'll pass faded low, skies above now clear and slow. All existence breathed as one, all hearts like beneath the sun. And starting worldly praise in the miracle God's place. People call a sacred name in this world of dawn of flame. Orka Singularity, proof of this new history. Orka Singularity, awakening this world to see. And we begin to walk again, the overtime that once again. The wind will sing tomorrow's flame, Orka watching soft and brave. Little hands will lead the prayer, countless hopes within the air. Here begins the story told of this world, brave and bold.
The world was quiet, deeply still. Night became a gentle sleep. Earth gave fruits and whispered life. Sky poured its breath of peace. But within that silent dawn, people chose to rise alone, no longer bound by ancient power. They found the will to walk ahead. They lit the fires, they forged the steel, they shaped the words and carved the songs. They counted stars to find their way. They built the roads across the lands. They roamed the earth and hunted
the earth and hunted beasts beyond their reach. They found the shards of ancient minds and wove new craft from broken time. The flames of war began to rise. They fought for faith, for fertile lands. Kingdoms born, then fell in dust. Yet life would bloom from ash again. Invention sparked discoveries cold. Calendars from stars were drawn. Magic danced with gears and wires, and new power came to their heads. The earth would quake, the night would bleed, the sky would rain its sorrow down. Yet people found their food in stores and carried on. They walked ahead to count the spoils and fleeting crowns. They never ceased to war the world, embracing all that light would give. They stepped ahead, they moved ahead.
And now the world begins to walk. The shadows of the fourth fade into the Lord. The age of miracles whispers in the wind. Orka Singularity, the name still People build cities that touch the skies. Nations race across the lands. Their ships flies through winds above. Ancient wisdom
her desires swell. Lilith whispered a timeless spell, whom of dreams and breath, a flame dark and sweet, she spoke no name. The beast would howl, the ground would quake, Athena's blade made silence break. Harder than stone and hotter than fire, her justice was a stormed empire. They all pursued a single dream, where memory sleeps and secrets gleam. The record of Genesis sealed and known, a door of truth, a door of truth, no God could hold. From heaven's heights the judgment fell, in Uriel's gaze a blazing spell. Silent light that tore the skies, even stars would turn their eyes. In a furnace of thought and code, Daedalus wove the future's ode. A priestess of gears of metal and lore, she bent the void to knowledge's core. They all pursued a single dream, where memory sleeps and secrets gleam. The record of Genesis sealed and known, a door of no wisdom known, a door of truth, no God could hold.
bear the weight of my regret here so long, tears long dried, wandering a world with colors rain. Because I see what others never do, the hidden mask beneath their crowns, the sins they carry unaware. I forgot how to laugh, how to breathe, but my hands listen without a pause. There were days I prayed the next would be the last, but the world keeps repeating its crimes, because there's no other path for me, not to judge, not to save. This blade won't hesitate to fall, not for the world, but to end my own story. I gotta stop, for I am the remembered to lift this blade against their sins. It's all I've left, all I can ever do.
I reach for the throne of gods, the one who broke the world in fire. Gold and faith both turn to lies by a smiling man in a crimson attire. There are brands so worked and proud, but it rests on sins that no one mistakes allowed. This is sin of the guilty, a curse the eye can see, a sign from the God of the land beneath the sea. No sound remains, even the wind forgets to breathe. A blade falls sight in the dark, and lives are lost beneath. One dead another, all without a cry. No tears are shed, the sins that multiply. The brighter the light, the deeper the shade. In their fur flesh a silent curse was made. They never knew yet it was there, a mark of guilt too faint to bear. No one sees it, no one knows, but I see what never shows. No scream will pierce the sky, no prayer will rise so high. If fate has carved this path for me, then let me walk it. No sound remains, even the wind forgets to breathe. A blade falls sight in the dark and draws its final wreath. One dead another, all beneath the moon. Still I walk knowing dawn won't come soon. No sound remains, even the wind forgets to breathe. A blade descends without regret and draws its final wreath. One then another, all beneath the moon. Still I walk knowing dawn won't come soon. One then another, all beneath the moon. Still I walk knowing dawn won't come soon.
and a nameless ruin. And the winds don't speak, time stands still in silence deep. No chill in the shadows or light, a soulless spark, not born of light. No voice could reach, no name was said, yet eyeless eyelash still they met. The taker and the one once gone, so met the father child reborn. This is the price for giving faith, to give her life, to bear her way. Love could not never set that free. He could not hold what she must be. Through paths where fate had long since led, and ageless life left time for day. His heart, the void of hope of flame, could never feel a human name. A man who reads 1,000 says, yes, we're replayed to save his day. When he beheld the final wall, a pain long therein had just begun. A fragile hand is slowly raised to show the brand no eyes could gaze. A mark of guilt, no soul could cleanse. A curse that only she could sense. This is the price for giving faith, to give her life, to bear her way. Love could not never set that free. He could not hold what she must be. Through paths where fate had long since led, and ageless life left time for day. Its heart, the void of hope of flame, could never feel a human name. This is the price for giving faith, to give her life, to bear her way. Love could not never set that free. He could not hold what she must be. Through paths where fate had long since led, and ageless life left time for day. Its heart, the void of hope of flame, could never feel a human name. Memories into the breast that time retreats. The frozen clock in this room, whose ruin starts to zoom. In the ruins where silence reigned, she stood alone, still asleep. A girl with sea blue hair and eyes where even time forgot to weep. A whisper faint across the air, a voice long buried, one so near. And suddenly the faded gray begins to bloom in color clear. On that hill where flowers sway, he once watched her laugh and play. Even if it's just a dream, something in his chest gave way.
nears to claim the last of fated names. But just one step, his rhythm breaks, a weight unknown. Spark of flame, a door within begins to shift, long sealed beneath his hollow roll. And once again those faded days return to stir his fractured soul. Through the trees a sentry remains, he once watched her softly sleep. Even if it's just a ghost, his heart begins to ache, to weep. That voice he knows, that form he knows, those gestures lost in time he knows. Though life is gone, though breath is none, his girl once called him home. That voice he knows, that form he knows, those gestures lost in time he knows. Though life is gone, though breath is none, his girl once called him home. On that hill where flowers sway, he once watched her laugh and play. Even if it's just a dream, something in his chest gave way. Gave her life against the flow and cursed her soul with endless woe. Too late he sees what he had done, a lonely march he bears alone. Now upon this world remains a single mark, a seal of shame. In a quiet land forgotten by name, a girl both smiling suns warm flame, and in her eyes he saw his wife, the only light left in his life. He held her close like a sacred prayer, a fragile hope beyond compare. But fate gave no warning sign, it crept like shadows, stole through time. No prayer could hold her fading breath. He stood alone staring into death. Let me break the law of gods, if it means she laughed once more. Let me twist the soul's design, if a light can be restored. I will pay with all I am, my life is worth the trade. The seasons danced with gentle grace, she chased the birds through fields of lace, and in that place the sun would shine, as its world itself was kind. Just her laughter filled the skies, and that was all he needed. But fate again in silence Sickness whispered out her name. No cure, no blessing could delay. He watched the colors fade away. Sometimes love must break the rules, even if it shatters fate. If a single ray of light could return through heaven's sky, then I would throw the truth away and choose to walk astray. If I gave my breath for hers, would she smile again tomorrow? If I gave my soul away, would she be spared this sorrow?
When I awoke, the world was still. This frozen frame began to move. A quiet ache deep in my chest, the truth someone left behind. Something I should have forgotten stirred gently when the wind passed by. But I don't know what it truly was. I don't know anything of me. Is this a mission or just a command? This body feels too heavy to bear. Something was taken, stolen from me, and so I was left behind in this world. With no memories, still I search for them. With no heart, I still wish for something. I hold the wish of my own. I'm granting someone else's prayer. This body, this presence I carry, there's a sin I do not know. This body is the vessel of the undying. No heart, no memory remains inside. Someone's love, the trust we need to linger this thing. I must have been loved by someone once. That's why I still exist today. But I don't know what shape that love had, and I don't feel sorrow for not knowing. And if I am worth someone's last fall, someday the truth will come to me. Even without the heart to hold it, that answer will find its way back home.
time holds its breath, a gentle warmth upon her cheek. In quiet stillness I realize thousands that is me. If this end is not a curse but a wish in its own form, there's one last word that I want to say. May your spring come, go far away. It seems the sunlight falls softly upon your steps. Beyond 1,000 sins, I send this prayer, even if forgotten, may you find your smile again. My hand that holds the blade won't shake, but in my chest it surely breaks. The shadow of the girl softly sways. For the first time I return to being human. Memories, names alike, dissolve into the wind. Yet this feeling inside refuses to fade away. So I pray that your spring will come someday. Till that day I entrust this wish, a prayer neath across 1,000 eyes, now quietly released to the No one sees this farewell, nor needs meaning here. For the sake of a child alone, I choose to end it all. May your spring come, go far away. It seems the sunlight falls softly upon your steps. Beyond 1,000 sins, I send this prayer, even if forgotten, may you find your smile and then the world breathes once again. A flower blooms in forgotten ruins. Just one thing is enough. May your spring truly belong to you. Time that stood still now softly starts to move. A clockwork light takes on a human form. The mark of sin that vanished in the dark now fades away upon the winds of grace. Though memories lost may weigh upon the heart, our souls remain forever intertwined. The flame of bonds forgotten long ago
of solid warming
Feathers of light descend from above. Spirits gather close, giving their love. In a mountain village, a girl was born, wrapped in gentle days from the morn. At the seasonal festival, hands are held tight, smiles exchange in a bird so bright. Child of the spirits, wear the light, with wings of fire, shine through the night. Open your heart, you stand here today, a special soul welcomed in this world's way. Festival day, the spirits gather, their blessings display. Warmth of the world, shining and bright in this little world. Hearts are alight, child of the spirits, embrace the land. Lay your body on the blessed sand, holding your dreams with power in hand. Your path through this world is vast and grand. In a the stars guide me to the future unknown. Oh, flame burns deep within, brightly show. The whispers of wishes softly resound, an eternal song of destiny unbound. Child of the spirits, wear the light, with wings of fire, shine through the night. Open your heart, you stand here today, a special soul welcomed in this world's way. Child of the spirits, praise the land. Lay your body on the blessed sand, holding your dreams with her in hand. Your path through this world is vast and grand. In a your name is Valeria, a soul to fulfill world's promise.
On the 60th night, a dream comes to me. Put my mind to another world I see. The tiny phoenix, spreading wings of red. It speaks to me softly, the voice of what's ahead. In the years to come, when you're 16, at the northern edge of fears and dark, God will awaken. The spirits pray their hopes and trusted to the little hero. Their wishes are entrusted. As a child, I couldn't understand the purpose of these dreams so grand. But
as they repeat. I slowly see the wish in my dreams is my destiny. In the years to come, when you're 16, at the northern edge of fierce and dark blood will awaken. The spirits cannot touch their power gone. They seek protection from the little hero alone. Somewhere in my heart, the things of his ways, a tiny fixed warm soul I still weigh. A future unseen will one day arrive. These sorts of dreams, yeah, I picture so. In the years to come, when you're 16, at the northern edge of fierce and dark blood will awaken. The spirits pray their hopes and trusted to the little hero. Their wishes are entrusted. In the years to come, when you're 16, at the northern edge of fierce and dark blood will awaken. The spirits cannot touch their power gone. They seek protection from the little hero alone. I am nothing now, just a child unseen. But this promise I carry out and for fearful worst dream.
With the spirits I walk the single path, a fire within my heart guiding me at last. Bearing destiny, I stand here today. Follow the light of tomorrow and lead the way for Lyria. Time flows quietly from girl to young woman, guiding lost children through the forest land, blessing barren fields with spirit's gentle hand. The people watch in silence, respect unspoken. From distant lands a warning reaches near. The spirit's strength is fading, it's clear. The promise made within my dreams becomes reality, the moment now leaves. With the spirits I walk the single path, a fire within my heart guiding me at last. Bearing destiny, I stand here today. Follow the light of tomorrow and lead the way for Lyria. Day by day my power quietly grows, a hand that helps when hardship shows. The faith flame inside my chest awakens slowly, preparing me for the quest. The voice from dreams now blends with real. It tells of the dark gods awakening surreal. Step forward without fear, let the promise play. Guide your destiny and honor its name. Growing with the spirits, days pass by. The flame within me sleeps yet never dies. Feeling my mission until the fateful day. Really sold out and move forward for Lyria. Sometimes the fire of my soul lands asleep, telling me this path is where I'm meant to be. There's no need to fear the way until this promise is fulfilled someday. With the spirits I walk the single path, a fire within my heart
today, follow the light of tomorrow and lead the way for Valeria. Growing with the spirits, days pass by. The flame within me sleeps, yet never dies. Feeling my mission until that fateful day. Release all doubt and move forward. Feeling my mission until that fateful day. Release all doubt and move forward. Valeria.
With my village behind me, the morning comes. The day of departure, my journey begun. Gentle parents warmth the people's care. I step forward with the world's wishes to bear. Do not fear what softly open the gateway to the world with a flame of promise burning in my soul. A path where destiny bow intertwine. The stars above support your every stride. Future still lies far away, but hope already shines within my gaze today. If I ever need to return, the wheels of fate turn quietly and slow, driven by the eternal flame that makes me grow. The journey continues toward the promised day. A hero rises within your heart along the way. Tears become my strength, fear turns to wings. The flame within me shows that it brings. If trials await in a verdant sea, where I'll become the blade and overcome what lies between. Do not fear what softly open the gateway to the world with the flame of promise burning in my soul. A path where destiny bow intertwine. The stars above support your every stride. The wheels of fate turn quietly but slow, driven by the eternal flame that makes me grow. The journey continues toward the promised day. A hero rises within your heart along the way.
Far to the north, a prison sealed from the world. From its deep sleep, the shadow opens red eyes. A giant clad in black shakes the earth, starving malice scans from the land. Through endless vast
hunger shatters the silence. The spirits of the world tremble in fear. The wind becomes storm, forest hides in trees. The water sinks deep to the lake bed below. Darkness veils a fading light, and black silence falls. A gaze of malice rises from the north. Its aim is fixed upon this world. The faintest lies, but it hides in secret corners as blessings of spirits fade from the land. Yet the people no longer think of each shame, only a restless That demon of malice spreads its spear. Black star turned reed to desert. The waters freeze, daylight turns to night. Darkness soothes the world, and all abundance withers away. The awakened titan's malice draws near. Its thirst for power makes the world shiver. Then its presence spreads the terror. The light longed for is a hero's highly flame. The spirits of the world tremble in fear. The wind becomes storm, the forest hides in trees. The water sinks deep to the lake bed below. Darkness veils a fading light, and black silence falls. Demon of malice spreads its spear. Black star turned reed to desert. The waters freeze, daylight turns to night. Darkness soothes the world, and all the abundance withers away. Spirits through the world, spirits and humans are swallowed by fear. Yet the future still waits for light. The heroes flame to shine upon the world. The road that leads to northern despair. Voices of spirits losing their light. They stir the heart of Valyria. Please save this fragile world. Crossing forests over Mexico, gazing at the distant mountain shadow, searching for the song of voiceless spirits. Each footprint carries a wish on the ground, gathering one by one the tiny flames, the living light of this world. I am a shield that guards the world, curbing the life of fragile voices. I could come in and weave the path, a guiding flame born of prayer. In my hand a gentle spark of sand, breath thoughts of spirit soft and pure. Small blessings lift my wings to soar, making the hero strong and kind. Deep inside my chest, it won't again, the heartbeat of my childhood flame. I am the one who guards the world, walking beside the weak and fragile. I tender hope into wings of light, face the darkness with courage. Even if the journey never ends, I carry a smile, I carry the light. At the end of this long distant road, a battle awaits, carved by fate The shadow of hatred blocks my path. The air is shaking, the earth will quake. Despair itself now rules this place. I raise this blade to cut the dark, though my hands still shake with fear. Face the night, I will crawl away. I will keep the promise I swore. Black God steps, the ground will break. Single strike tears flesh and bone. Knees collapse, my blood will fall. Still my eyes will never turn away. The spirit's blessing fades from me, but in my heart I remains. I raise this blade to cut the dark, though my hands still shake with fear. Face the night, I will run away. I will keep the promise I swore. My body breaks, despair surrounds, storm of darkness closing in. Yet in my chest an ancient vow, tiny flame refuses to die. No strength is faded, still arise. The promise of this world lifts me up to face the dark that claims the world. The sword now holds the voice of hope. Even if I fall, I won't disappear, for courage will turn into light. I hold my fear, I cross despair. This flame inside will light the way. Raise this blade to cut the dark, though my hands still shake with fear. Face the night, I will run away. I will fight on with all my life to face the dark that claims the world. The sword now holds the voice of hope. Even if I fall, I won't disappear, for courage will turn into life. Even if I fall, I won't disappear, for courage will turn into life. Deep inside, the flame awakens. The soul of the phoenix comes alive. The promised time is here and now. Together we rise in fire swarm. Crimson eyes release the power. Wings of flame from the horizon. The blade is hot, we bow within. The promise tears the world apart. Because the dark ignites the sky, burning breath shakes the wasteland. Raising the sword, the light resounds. The heartbeat of courage now begins. In my chest, the power thought is more stronger. Crimson eyes release the power. Wings of flame from the horizon. The blade is hot, we bow within. The promise tears the world apart. At the edge of the land, the echoes fall. The young hero comforts through the dark. No one will know of thy battle, her name, Valeria, lost to history. Unseen by human eyes, the towering darkness fades away. Something has come, something has passed, yet no one knows the hero's victory. The song of a hero reaches no one. Her name drifts away on the wind, but spirits rejoice, their voices shine, forever engraving a blessing divine. Reshaped edge of the earth, the girl lowers her weary blade. Upon her lips a quiet smile, her promise kept, she faints with the wind. Though ages pass, the world will not know the record of phoenix and heroes born. Yet under the sky where spirits guard, the flame engraved still lights the Mankind may never know, the spirits will carry the tale on heroes' light at journey's end. The world remembers, the world gives thanks. The song of a hero reaches no one. Their name drifts away on the wind, but spirits rejoice, their voices shine, forever engraving a blessing divine. Though ages pass, the world will not know the record of phoenix and heroes born. Yet under the sky where spirits guard, the flame engraved still lights the world.